wanna pop off? What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
How is it going, and welcome everybody to another short video where I want to present you a build around Garna, the Bloodfist of Keld. This is why I call the deck a Bloodfister, nothing personal. A deck that profits from mid-hook ban, and we wanna go wide, we wanna go big and surprise our opponent with Warhost Frenzy. This is another card that I thought I need to build something with it, because I think the value on it is just written all over it. You can pump your whole squad, so if we go token synergy, it's the perfect card, but also we get to get cards back if creatures are dying. And this is why I include here a lot of token makers like Jadar or like our Lagomos. And of course, with Garn, everything dies on attack step, that is, by the way, with decay they die on the attacking step, so you draw the card with the zombie constantly all the time. When they die, you draw a card. If they die without being attacking, so like the token from Lagomos, you will drain your opponent for 1 life. And what is great else with draining? Well, sure, that this is why we have a tree, and also it's a really good stabilizer against aggro decks. This is why I include him, because you see we are aggro ourselves and the matchmaker says, oh, you are aggro, play against aggro, and then usually it comes down. If we have Sheoldred in our hand, we most likely win this matchup. If we don't have the Sheoldred in our hand, well, mono white and all these aggro decks are a little bit faster than we are, because our plan is not necessary to kill them with our creatures on turn 4, turn 5, but to combo off with our tokens and to combo off with our Warhost Frenzy to just finish out the game out of nowhere, or just to refill our hand. The rest you will see in the gameplay part, everything from what we need. And the Wolf Sleeper is also an amazing aggro card, but also a mana sink for the late game if we really need something to do with our mana than just to wait for opponent to sweep to refill our hand with Frenzy, for example. On this spot, let's go straight to the gameplay and see how this deck will go there. And here we are against Shadow X, and let's see how we can perform against Shadow X this time. And opponent goes first. Let's try it. Doesn't look like my opponent is an aggro deck or in any sort of dangerous here. So let's take it slower. Slower is always a little bit more chilled. And okay, Spirited. Wars of good stuff. Looks like wars of good stuff, huh? So, because we didn't draw another red source to play Kakkazan Chicken Chickies together, we're gonna go like this. Underdoggy into thing. Maybe my opponent with Right of Oblivion to exile my underdog will be possible, but looks like not. 1 mana left. And if you are Phoenix build or Phoenix Sierra build, Sierra Paragon, you are not gonna like it. So can we get another land game? We are functioning with 3 lands better. The deck functions with 3 lands much better than with 2, obviously, because Lagomos is a thing. Path of Peril, Man of Culture, you see? Man of Culture, but it's okay. Let's see how much Path of Perils he has. If it's enough Path of Perils to hold on against all the chicks. And we need double red for all the chicks there in the graveyard, you see? That will be in the grave. Okay, game. Not funny. Not funny anymore. Okay. Or Lagomos. I think the chick is better. It's 3 damage. Yes. 3 damage that my opponent can take. Si, senor. And Sheoldred is really good stabilizing against aggro if you play her on time. Because I cannot play my Shroud on time, it will be difficult to stabilize here. Okay. It's annoying. Annoying, but not more. Ah, it's not what we needed, bros. It's not what we needed. Yeah. Let's see if we can carry this out. Needed a land. Needed a land, bro. Needed a land. But no land inside, so let's see if we can somehow maybe pop it off. So this is 3, there is 4. It's 3. We have a bunch of damage. Right? We have a bunch of damage here with Frenzy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oof. See if we can somehow maybe win this. I do not believe in it, but let's see. Let's see if we can somehow one life. Is there a chance? One more land will be something, huh? Okay. Did I do the math right? Did I did the math right? Did I did the math right? 10, 14, 1 life left. 1 life left, and Schroeder could finish it if... Unbelievable. My trigger resolves first. My trigger resolves first. Because it's his turn, my trigger resolves first. My trigger. He's looking for solutions. Yes! Yes! What a victory! What a victory! I did believe that I could win, but he blocked so bad. He blocked so bad. Wow. Nobody is ready for Fancy. Nobody is ready for it. Let's go to breakdown. And here we are. What an incredible victory here against Ors of midrange. But it definitely was luck, right? The opponent blocked really bad and didn't expect, of course, our Frenzy to pass through or go through. Yeah, and would I recommend to craft this deck? If you have the most cards, go for it. It's a really fun deck. The win rate is slightly above 50%. I think like 55, 53. I played maybe 9 games or 10 games with it, and I won like 6 of it maybe, right? 6 game. So I'm really even. I win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, something like this. So the win rate is slightly above, but it's fun. It's fun because especially if things start popping, like your Jadars, your Lagomos and your Garnas all start popping, it's super fun. Also the synergy with bouncing back things like Kumano faces Kakkazan to just to retrigger it again with our ninja is really good, and it saved me often a game. I had often games against Orzo where they have like Farewell in the hand or something like this, right? And you go usually like turn 5, turn 6 is where your deck start like every turn produce at least like 6-7 damage unstoppable damage, and then suddenly like you need to take out farewells and all these things that opponent runs like a sweepers. So ninja is really cool synergy here with some cards. Also of course tonight with menace is really good with ninja. Underdog, you can bounce back to your hand if you blitz them. I don't know if you really wanna do this, but sure. And the tokens are really cool also to bounce back because you didn't invest anything to the tokens. They just literally attack. They don't want to block the tokens because they know they're gonna die, and then bam, ninja comes out of nowhere. So super cool, super fun, and very interesting take, I think, on our Garna, the Bloodfist of Keld. So if you have the most cards, and the most of them are commons or uncommons, you see maybe here, especially our token producers by Jadar, the most of you should have it by now if it's from Midnight Hunt. So yeah, and Sheoldred, of course, I think the most of you also have it. These two, but I'm really excited about the Warhost Frenzy, because also sometimes I had one game where I had a white board and my opponent had a sweeper, and I wanted to draw cards, and you can do it with this because then when you kick it for 4, if the creature dies through the sweepers, you get cards back, right? You get 4 new cards back in your hand. So really cool, but usually it's a finisher and nobody accounts it. Like, people don't think about these sort of combo tricks, especially in this go white strategy, and I think this is where I catch a lot of people off guard. Like you saw in the gameplay, people just do not think that something like this will come. And even with Jadar, who attacks with 1/1, they often ignore it or don't think that it's necessary to block or whatever, and then it's suddenly a 3/1, and the zombie token is a 4/2. Right, so suddenly goes a lot, and then you draw cards from them because you pumped everything. So really cool. I think I'm really happy with this build. 23 lands. Sometimes I wish I will go 24, but I don't know what to cut. I already cut here this synergy because at the beginning I lost against enchantments. With tonight I have a little bit at least more chance against enchantments because they cannot gain life, and at the end it usually comes down to really like I have 2 life, they have maybe 5 life, and then you go in. If you have your friends in the hand, you can maybe finish them out just because they could not get life with their what's his name? You know what I mean, the white-green dude with lifelink. Otherwise, I hope you like it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!